Hi, I'm Megan Baker, and this is Influence Her, produced by Baker Public Relations. On this episode, we are speaking with Jackie Zumba. She is the founder and owner of Jackie Z Style Company. She's a stylist, an entrepreneur, a mom, and a wife. And we're so excited to have you as a guest. And I first want to start out asking you really how you got your drive. I understand that there were some family dynamics that shifted when you were a teenager. Tell us about that and how that sparked that drive within you.
Sure. So first, thank you for having me. Very excited to be here. So when I was growing up, I grew up on Long Island in New York, and I had a great childhood, normal middle-class family. But around the age of 13, 14, my father fell into drugs and was a pretty heavy drug addict. And my mom decided to leave. I had a brother who at the time was 2 years old. We had a big age difference. So she decided to leave, and we had a really hard time. I went to having a normal childhood with beautiful things and dolls to having almost nothing pretty quickly, instantly. And I remember saying to myself, this will never happen again to me if I can control it. We moved on with our lives. We moved to Florida. My mom was a single mom. I got my first job at the age of 16. And because I had to, I didn't really have a choice. Like if I wanted things, I had to do that. I remember my senior year of high school, we couldn't even afford a yearbook. That's like how crazy things were. So by the time I could, I got 2 or 3 jobs. By 19, started my first company, which was a marketing company. And it had a lot to do with marketing myself, which now makes sense because my store is my namesake. But I did it for attorneys and doctors. And I realized, this isn't my passion. This isn't what I love. What do I love? What can I see myself doing forever? Well, I love to shop and I love clothing. So let's do a store. And that's kind of how it was born. I started it around 24 years old, downtown Sarasota. It was nothing like it is today. It was a small denim and t-shirt kind of shop, but I started small in a little space, and it's ever evolved now into this little luxury mecca shopping. We're like a little mini Neiman Marcus, and I'm very proud to say that. But that's kind of how it all started, because I had that feeling of I will never, ever want to be put in a situation where I can't provide for my family, for myself, or ever feel like I was left needing more.
That is a hard lesson to learn, especially in your teenage years.
Yeah, definitely.
So how did you end up in St. Pete, and how did you help fill a void on the fashion scene here?
So it's funny. So as we, in Sarasota, my first store, there next to it was a tequila bar. And that's where I met my husband. He was at the tequila bar, came to our store, and we hit it off. And he ended up leaving that. He was actually a pharmacist too, long story, but started helping me with the store. And it really started exploding with his help. He was doing the men's, the buying, and we were like, we need to have another location. It was doing really well. And we searched all over. We went to Naples, we went to Miami, and we came to St. Pete. And we're like, there is nothing like what we have to offer here in St. Pete. And we wanted to bring it. And I personally just loved the vibe of the city. And I could see my family moving here. Sarasota was a little sleepy for me. So, selfishly, that's another reason I really wanted to come here. So we came here, opened our store. For a while, we had multiple locations going on, but I really loved the St. Pete area. And we put all of our efforts and time into this. And at first, my husband was the one really running this location. And then we moved our daughter up here when she was about 1 year old. And the rest is history.
You haven't looked back.
We haven't looked back. No.
The retail industry has drastically changed, especially the last 10 years and really 20.
Mm-hmm.
How have you survived?
Yeah, it's not been easy. There's been so many things that have happened over our, last 13, 14 years being in business. For instance, about 8 years ago when we were expanding, we had a store downtown Sarasota. We had the St. Pete, and we were opening in the new mall in Sarasota, UTC. And it was like a pipe dream. We're so excited to go in this grand opening, this beautiful luxury mall. We thought it was going to be amazing. Well, it was a complete bust. It didn't work out, and we almost lost everything from opening that location and kind of growing too quick and being young. But it ended up working out. We saw through it. It was a lot of hardships. I mean, we were sued by the landlord for millions of dollars. We just paid that off a few years ago. And so I feel like there's always some kind of struggle. Even today, there's something coming up, and you constantly have to figure out how to evolve, how to change, and how to be relevant in today's market. During COVID, that was a huge, we thought, again, okay, here we go. But we rode the wave, and we decided, you know what, this is our time to go online. We'd never had an online store before COVID, but we realized, well, now we have to, because we have to be closed. We can't even have a brick and mortar open. So, we took it upon ourselves, my husband and I, we figured it out. We started our online store. And since then, it's absolutely exploded. It is like a whole separate company, our online now. And we're so lucky that we did it, and it forced us to do it at that time. But I think being, a smaller business, being a hustler, I have that New York mentality. I can move quickly and adapt and adjust to whatever's going on. Like right now, the economy is kind of crazy. We adapt, we adjust, we change our buying. We're constantly changing like the things we offer. We really cater to our clientele at Jackie Z. We read our customer. So we work to find what's going to work right now in this situation for who is shopping here so that we can really maximize and offer the best experience, the best products, and the best service to our clients.
In addition to the luxury brands, and I do frequent, as you know, and I found your boutique 2.5 years ago when I bought a house down here. So, and I've been very happy with it. But I have to ask you, and how, and really matching, the brands to the clients, you also carry some local brands, and one of which I just discovered the other day, which is the Be Swanky.
Yes.
Which is woman-owned.
Yes, woman-owned from Sarasota. Exactly. So we started carrying that. We were actually originally right around COVID. And then she's kind of changed and evolved since then. But she does these amazing, one-of-a-kind, handmade handbags that are just so different, and they're so luxurious. They touch and feel. You just won't see them anywhere else in the world. You really won't. She's on the level with like an Hermes as far as like your handmade and all in Sarasota. And when I heard the story and when I met her, I was like, I want to support this woman and I want to have it in my store because it's very similar to what we're trying to push, And so we do that a lot. A lot of our brands that you find from us, we try to support local, but also we have amazing luxury brands like Gucci and Celine and things like that. But I think, what do I want to wear? What do I feel good in? What do I feel special in? And that's a lot of the things I bring in how I curate our styles at Jackie Z.
And you have different price points too.
We do. We really try to have something for everybody. So we try to bring in different price points because we understand not everyone can afford a $200 dress or an $800 dress or whatever it might be. But we want to have things that are different and that you're not going to really find everywhere.
Your boutique was part of a movie set.
Yeah.
What was that experience like?
So it's a funny story, actually. The producer, the costume guy originally came in and he was like, can we use some of your clothes? We're doing a Lifetime movie. Would you be willing to dress some of our actors? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. Well, he came in and I helped him pull all the looks. And he was like, you know what? You're actually kind of fabulous. I'm going to talk to the producer. I think we want to put you in the movie. And I was like, what? And so then the producer called me and he was like, I'm going to come out and meet you. He came to the store and he goes, okay, so I'm going to tell you, we rewrote the whole movie. We made the movie that it's going to be at your store, Jackie Z Style Co. Jackie Z Style Co. is going to have 15 locations across the U.S. And they redid the whole movie around the store because they loved it. And they shot like a big portion of the movie in the store, which was really cool. And they wrote me in.
That's great props for you.
It was really fun. So I got a speaking part in a Lifetime movie. It was like a thriller. It was hilarious. And the premise was the manager had moved to St. Pete, to start running all of my 15 stores across the state. And it was awesome.
Talk about product placement.
Yeah.
Really,
it was great.
Tenfold.
And the whole movie wore all our clothes. So it was like a win-win. It was really great.
What are some other things that really make your boutique unique compared to others that are in the Tampa Bay area?
So I think the big thing is that we're family owned. My husband and I are there physically, and our staff is like family. I mean, you work with Nicole a lot. Yes. We stole her from Saks. Sorry. But she's been with me for 10 years. That's like a testament. Not many small businesses have that. All of my employees now, and there's about 10 of them, have been there between 7 and 10 years. That is like really different. It's because we treat them like family and we love them and we love what we do. And I think it just shows in how we put it out there in the world. And when you come in to Jackie Z, it's just not another store where you're going to look yourself on the racks. No, like we want to help you. We want to style you. We want to make you feel the best that you do. And we will bring the things to you. To have champagne. We do tailoring right there for you to make it easy. And we'll source whatever you want. If you're like, Jackie, I have this event next Saturday, but I need this. We'll make it happen. Like we try not to say no ever. The answer is always yes. We'll figure it out. We'll make it happen. Because you can shop anywhere. You can go to Neiman Marcus or you can go to Nordstrom, but you're not going to feel like you do when you come to Jackie Z. We try and make you feel special.
Any trends on the horizon for fall of this year or winter of this year? I hate to think about it, even though you really don't have a winter down here like we do in New York.
I know, it's funny. I was just in New York City buying actually for fall. And yes, definitely. I mean, like the wider jeans are coming back. They're just seeing a lot of actual bling, metallic, sparkle again. More animal print, of course, coming around. But in Florida, we tend to buy a little different because we're a little bit behind the rest of the world, I feel like. So we try to buy things that you could buy now, wear now, because it is hot here, even in the winter. But we try to do more fall colors, put it that way, and do the scheme.
What has been your proudest accomplishment thus far?
Being a mother to like an amazing daughter. She is unbelievable. She just turned 10 years old, and my husband and I, we only have one, and she's our pride and joy. And she is just such a like, she's amazing. Like everyone that meets her, like can't believe she's only 10 years old. She's just far beyond her years. And my husband and I really make it our passion to include her in everything. Since she was born, she was traveling with us for work. So like by the time she was 6 months, she was in Las Vegas with us buying at trade shows, And so she's just always kind of been in the store. She's there. She's very involved. She realizes she values hard work. She understands everything doesn't come for free. She understands $1. And I think that's important this day and age. Kids can get really spoiled and they can realize, not realize that her life isn't like every other kid's life. So we try to make her realize you're so lucky, but that luck wasn't just luck. It was hard work. And this is how we did it. And if you're going to want these things, you're going to have to do it too. It's just not going to be given to you. So it was really funny. 2 days ago, we had met some people at the store and they had a daughter who was 11 years old. And Ansley took her around the store. I'm like, she sold this girl thousands of dollars of stuff. I didn't help her. I did not. I was like, natural. I was helping the mom. She looked like me. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm looking at a mirror of myself. She's like, oh, this would be great on you. We sell kids' clothes, by the way. She was like, this would be so cute. You can do this. This you can share with your mom. You guys are the same shoe size. Tell your mom she can wear these shoes too. I was like, I didn't teach her that. Like she just saw that from naturally being around the store. Me and my husband, when everything was said and done, we looked at each other. We're like, she's taking this place over. I mean, she's ready. She's ready at 10. Oh, thanks. We try to be.
What is one piece of advice that you could offer to a young entrepreneur?
Yeah. The biggest thing is never give up. I mean, it was not easy. So many people told me no in the beginning. Being, starting out, I had no startup money. I had to do it all on my own. Nobody wanted to loan me money. I didn't have any proof of concept yet. So don't take no for an answer. Just keep going with whatever you have. Start small and keep rolling it. It's funny because it's not really fake it till you make it, but we kind of did fake it till you make it. We just kept thinking, this is where we want to be. This is what we want to have. And we never gave up. We just constantly pushed so many bad things have happened over the years. So many problems, so many, lawsuits, things that you think will never happen to me. They all happen to us. All the bad things. We already been through them all. We've learned. And every single time it makes you stronger and you push harder. And, we're never going to take no for an answer. We know what we want to be and where we want to go in life. And we just don't give up. And having a great partner. My husband, I don't know if you met him actually yet. You have? Okay. He is amazing. He is like what really helps me be able to do what I do because he does all the behind the scenes, all the logistics at Jackie Z, all the heavy lifting. And it's like truly we're like the best team. And it wasn't originally planned to be that way, but it worked out. And I don't know how I would do it without him.
It's important to have that support.
Yeah, the support. Exactly.
Jackie, it has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for being a guest on Influence Her.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Loved it. Thank you.
Thank you.